What's up, my friends? It is Dreamfast with me, of course, and today we're going to be talking about Archer's Sacrifice. So, there is no doubt that Archer's Sacrifice was one of the most powerful, heartfelt, and crucial moments in Age of Resistance. The sacrifice of his own life was his greatest accomplishment as an Uru, and he will forever live long through the memories of the people of Thra. But why was Archer's sacrifice so important, and how exactly did it happen? Well, Archer, or Urva, was a very special creature, not only for his skills at martial arts, hunting, and gathering, but also for his devotion to serving others throughout the lands. He became distant from the Valley of the Uru like a couple other well-known Uru, wishing to live his life free in the forests and carving out his own quest to better protect the world and the people around him. So, upon awakening from her long slumber in the stars, Aughra returned to a much darker Thra, a planet that was riddled with the fires of hate, unjust, and the physical manifestation of evil, which was now spreading throughout the lands like a virus known as the Darkening. Urva wasted no time in summoning her to help her reconnect with the planet that she had long left behind and hear the Song of Thra again. So during one of their visits, she informed him that in her visions, she had always sensed an ending for her friend, an emotion that she had probably felt since their very first meeting. And although the Uru were content with death and accepted it with open eyes, what Urva did not expect to hear was that his end would arrive at the hands of his counterpart Skekmal, and so he began to meditate on this notion. Now, with this knowledge in hand, Urva tracked and met Skekmal at the Circle of the Suns, filling the hunter with arrows and saving the heroes of the Resistance from their impending doom. However, Skekmal's power was still too great, and he managed to escape, taking Brea captive, while Urva collapsed to the floor, mortally wounded. Now, Urva imagined that this was to be his ending, this moment right here, a warrior's humble fight in death for the cause, but he was mistaken. As Urva proclaimed, "What I feel, you feel," and because Urva had sustained the exact same wounds as his counterpart, Skekmal's body, which was driven by pure rage at this point, finally keeled over as he did reach the castle, succumbing to the grave injuries he had received. Shocked by this unimaginable turn of events, Skekso ordered Skekmal to be cared for immediately, because he knew that if even one Skeksis perished, so would they all. But, fortunately and unexpectedly for them, Mother Aughra herself arrived back at the castle once more, this time to offer her own life for the freedom of the others, and to grant Skekmal his dying wish. They extracted her life essence, draining every fiber of her being until, just like all the others, she faded into cosmic dust. With their new essence in hand, they quickly fed it to the dying Skekmal with the anticipation of his return. But something happened then that they did not expect. Although initially they thought Skekmal was dead, he was in fact simply just in a comatose state. However, because of Aughra's powerful gift, he would soon wake again and flee the castle, returning to the hunt. But because of their connection, this infusion of essence also worked on his counterpart Urva, and was able to revive him again, this time with a powerful vision that he had received in a dream. He had a new quest, but of what, no one was quite sure. So, as the Gelfling resistance began to form at Stone in the Wood, Skekmal once again rushed into battle to claim his prize and prove his strength. But he could have never imagined the horror and the fate that awaited him. High up on the cliffside at the Circle of the Suns, Urva stood proud, singing in harmony with Thra for the last time. His vibrations and energy coursing through the rivers and the lands, and carving out the very landscape, for he had seen, literally, through Skekmal's eyes, the path that he must take to end the hunt forever and restore balance to Thra. And with a shift of his great feet, he plunged forward, allowing himself to fall from the peak of the mountain, descending faster and faster into the golden sands of the desert, gazing upwards towards the heavens with outstretched arms, as though he was almost expecting someone to arrive from the stars maybe, or perhaps even remembering his roots as an Urskek with one final moment of clarity before he too disappeared back into the cosmos. And with that final act of selflessness, he had not only taken the hunter with him, but also allowed Mother Aughra to return through Skekmal's energy. Now, how this is exactly, we're not entirely sure, but as we know, there are always other forces from far beyond this realm of Thra which greatly influence the choices and sacrifices of this world. And so, Aughra was reborn, returned to the planet once more, calming the hearts of the resistance and frightening the Skeksis back to their castle for a momentary retreat. That day was won, and it belonged to the heroes. And the most important thing to take away from this is that, the sacrifice of Archer was far more than a humble action. It was much deeper than a prophecy. Because, you guys have to keep in mind, in order for a prophecy to live, one must be willing to act on it. I mean, think about it. How many of us could do what Archer did, to riddle yourself with arrows to save your friends, to wake from your injuries only to rest for eternity, knowing that there is no other way to sing the Song of Thra than ending your own existence? Archer did not prepare to leave. He didn't think about it. He did not ask for pity. He didn't ask for remembrance. He became the change that Thra needed exactly when he was instructed to. Because the act of self-sacrifice is an art, the purest art, and it is one that molds the very mountains and paints the skies. And this is why Archer will always live on in the hearts of the Resistance and us fans forever.